going to tell you exactly why you should be thinking about learning an online skill, a skill that you can bring to essentially any business, and why it is so important to have the experience of working for yourself and why it is literally the biggest flex ever. So for context, I left my 9 to 5 over 3 years ago now to become an appointment setter, and since then I actually support girls into doing the exact same thing that I did, so actually getting into remote sales themselves. And I've just got back from skiing, which is arguably the most sociable trip you can possibly do. I just went with 2 of my best friends, Scarlett, one of my best friends from uni, and Liv, who I actually met in Bali, both of who I've actually coached into appointment setting. So it's always nice to talk about what you do and have that social proof with you as well. And I genuinely can't explain how much of like a confidence boost it was, and it just really made me so grateful for what I'm able to do every day, and honestly motivated me to just put myself out on social media more and encourage more girls to take that leap, or at least have a conversation about what remote work could look like for them, whether it's a side hustle, whether they're looking to go traveling, whether they're looking just to work from anywhere in their favorite cafe spots, which is what I currently do. So it was my first trip since September. We're currently in March, and since I left my 9 to 5 3 years ago now, I've spent a lot of time in Bali. I've done Euro summers. I've not really had a base in the UK until November last year when I moved to Manchester, and I've really enjoyed it. Like I just kept saying to everyone over the winter, I'm really happy here. Like there's no desire from me to get onto a flight and move anywhere else. I just want to be in a routine. I want to be a bit stable, like always getting into the same bed, like just the little things I'd really missed after feeling a bit on the go for the last few years. And I am still loving it, but I've been desperate to go skiing since before COVID. That was my last ski trip. So I'm so grateful that me, Liv and Scarlett booked it, and it honestly couldn't have been any funner. It was amazing, and it really just showed me the value in getting out there and meeting people, and not necessarily just for connections, even though I'll speak about that in a second, but just to be able to get that validation that you're almost on the right path. Like when I'm talking about what I do and people are like, that sounds amazing, how did you get into it? It just gave me that, it was like a bit of fairy dust that gave my spark back. And I think I forget sometimes, being around the same people and being in the same location. I've spent so much time with family and friends since being back into the UK, it's untrue, but obviously they all know what I do, so I haven't been putting myself out there into new conversations as much as I do when I'm meeting new people from abroad or meeting new people from different situations. And just being able to say what I do and having that almost validation for you're on the right path was so important for me, and I didn't realise how much I was missing it. Like I say, with Scarlett and Liv being social proof, it would honestly normally come from Liv when she'd start telling people what she does. She's currently being a paramedic in Ethiopia, by the way, so yeah. She is a great one to obviously be saying that I'm on the right path when she's literally a saint. But it would honestly always come from her when she'd start speaking to businessmen who are out there with clients and saying, well, my friend Rach, she like specialises in lead generation. And for anyone that doesn't know, appointment setting is remote sales, and it's essentially the first point of contact for an online business's pipeline, where you're bringing leads from the point of just being a bit curious to actually leading them down that trail of conversion. And as someone that was terrified of sales, I have a marketing background. I am so grateful for the experience and the confidence that getting into remote sales has given me. Even putting myself in these conversations where I'm speaking with 50, 60-year-old men that don't even have online businesses. They have full-on businesses, and I'm chatting to them exactly about the value that an appointment setter could bring to their accounts. And likewise, speaking to an online fitness coach that I could meet while I'm away and telling them, like, for your first hire, I would strongly consider getting an appointment setter because these are the results that you can drive. And even these words coming out of my mouth now, when I think back to my role in my 9 to 5 and how shy I was, I literally had to prep myself to say a few words on the company Zoom. I can't believe I'm having these conversations just with CEOs, like this group of 50, 60, they were quite old, like older guys. They were next to us at, it wasn't après, it was like après, so more closer to the town. I'd obviously had quite a bit of rosé at this point, and I'm just talking to one of them about what I do. He's introducing me to the guy from his team that I could actually connect with and actually talk to him about supporting them with their lead generation. Meanwhile, there's all the other clients that they have nearby. They're all speaking about what I do, like maybe it could help this business, maybe it could help this business. And it truly is that wow moment of putting yourself in conversations that you may have previously felt uncomfortable with, but when you believe in the power of what you're doing, it becomes easy. And knowing how much money that myself, my team have generated for clients across the world, I really don't feel shy about getting involved in these conversations anymore and actually connecting with these leads for my own business. And I think it's just an experience that everyone needs to go to. Like, it's such a nice flex when you're meeting people from abroad. And the great thing about this is it's definitely motivated me to get on my Euro summer hype. Like, I'm getting back out there, I'm gonna go out, meet people. I love socializing. I just know it won't be the same as skiing, because I feel like when you're skiing, everyone is friends with everyone. But that being said, I am so excited just to continue growing this, continue connecting with people, like I say, and actually supporting girls to get into the same position that I am today and really building their confidence to build these connections themselves. So if you are curious about remote work and what that might look like for you, even if you have no idea on appointment setting, you're not that fussed about remote sales, then I'm going to leave the link in the description below. And if you want to book a call with me, I would absolutely love to catch up with you and we can just discuss exactly what that journey might look like. I am all about chatting to people about what an individual roadmap might look like for them, the sort of results that I've driven so far, and I guess a bit more about my journey and exactly the clients that you might be working with, and just putting the opportunities out there to connect, I guess. So this is a very spur of the moment YouTube, but I thought I'd put it out there and just, yeah, hopefully it reaches the right girls.